So, welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The purpose of this lecture series is to develop a habit in you of practicing MCQs from current affairs on a daily basis. So, make this lecture series a part of your daily routine because it will really serve you well. It is a good habit to have to practice MCQs on a daily basis. Okay, let's begin today's session starting with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding capital expenditure. Increased private capex indicates that enterprises are pursuing growth strategies rather than maintain current operations. In India, information technology industries have had the largest share in private capex in the last few years. Majority of private capex in India has been used for purchasing buildings and dwellings. All right. How many of the above statements are correct? Now, the thing is that expenditure incurred by companies can be divided into two parts. Okay. One is called capital expenditure, whose short form is capex, and the other is called operational expenditure, whose short form is opex. Now, OPEX is general day-to-day expenditure of companies like paying salaries, expenditure on raw material, maintenance, electricity bill, water bill, other utilities bill, salaries, bonuses. All these things are categorized as operational expenditure. These are day-to-day expenditures. Okay, this expenditure is incurred for running the day-to-day show of a company. But if a company wants to expand further, expand its business operations, expand its volume of production, then it will spend money on basically buying more buildings for more office spaces, buying new factories, constructing new factories, buying new machinery, plant, okay, factory plant basically. So when an expenditure is incurred to increase the scope of operations or to increase the business, okay, that is called capital expenditure. This is also known as the fixed expenditure, okay, on assets basically. Operational expenditure is done on maintenance of assets. Clear? Now, increased private capex indicates that enterprises are pursuing growth strategies rather than maintain current operations. Absolutely correct. Because if companies are increasing their capex, that means they want to expand. But if companies are increasing their OPEX as a share of their total expenditure, then they are basically trying to stop expansion and maintain current operations. Okay, so that is correct. Now, a recent survey was conducted with respect to private capex by NSO, okay, National Statistical Office. As per the findings of that survey, the maximum capex done in the past few years was done by manufacturing industries, okay, followed by information and communication industries. Okay, so the maximum was that of manufacturing industries, not information technology industries. So this is false. Now, of all the capex done by all these companies, manufacturing, information technology, all these companies, the maximum expenditure basically by these companies was done to buy new machinery. Okay, all these companies, majority of the expenditure was done to buy new machinery, plant and machinery. Then it was purchasing buildings and dwellings and other office spaces. Okay, so majority of private capex in India has been used for buying machinery. So this is also false. Only one statement is correct. The answer is A. Question number 2. Consider the following statements regarding most favored nation principle of WTO. It is a core principle of WTO forming the basis of its trade rules. If a country has forward MFN status, then it makes it eligible for better tariff terms as soon as they are offered to some other country. Okay. Generalized system of preferences, free trade agreements are exceptions to MFN. Now, the foundational principle, there are two basic foundational principles of WTO. One is most favored nation and the other is national treatment, okay, or non-discrimination basically. Now, the thing is, MFN is definitely the core principle of WTO, so the first statement is correct. Now, there is an MFN status and there is a forward MFN status. Now, what is a forward MFN status? India is basically offering USA forward MFN status. What does that mean? Look, let's suppose India has given forward MFN status, let's call it FMFN, to USA. That means India has given favorable tariffs to US goods and services. Okay. Now, if tomorrow India does a deal with Switzerland and offers them better trade terms than USA, then those better trade terms would automatically apply to USA because USA has been given forward MFN status. Okay, so if a country has forward MFN status, then it makes it eligible for better tariff terms as soon as they are offered to some other countries. Absolutely correct. Now, as far as MFN status is concerned, well, there are some exceptions to MFN. Yes, definitely, if better terms are given to Swiss, then those terms would automatically apply to USA, but there are some exceptions. For example, India does a free trade agreement with someone, then that won't apply to USA. Okay, if USA gives better market access to some developing countries like Vietnam, Bangladesh, Nepal, right? That won't automatically apply to India also. So that better market access to developing countries by USA is called generalized system of preferences. And free trade agreements, well, you all know what free trade agreements are. Now, GSP and FTAs are exceptions to MFN. This is also correct. Okay. Then a country won't say that I have FMFN status, so this FTA protections or GSP protections are automatically applicable to us. That won't be the case. Okay, because these are exceptions. All three statements are correct. The answer would be D. Question number 3. Which of the following statements are correct regarding Raghuji Bhonsle I? He was a key figure in Maratha history who laid the foundation of Bhonsle dynasty in Nagpur. He defeated the British in Second Anglo-Maratha Wars. He was given the title of Sena Sahib Subha by Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj and was responsible for bringing Odisha to Maratha Empire. Okay, so look, Raghuji Bhonsle I was a key figure in 18th century Maratha history. Okay, he was a key figure. In fact, as you all know, that the entire Maratha Empire was basically a federal polity. Okay, there were local dynasties that together formed Maratha Empire. So there was this Bhonsle dynasty of Nagpur. Similarly, Gaikwads of Baroda, Scindias of Gwalior, right? So there were different dynasties that together formed Maratha Empire, right? So the foundation of Bhonsle dynasty in Nagpur was basically laid by Raghuji Bhonsle I. Okay, so first statement is correct. Now he was such a key figure in the overall Maratha Empire that the Chhatrapati, the overall leader of the Maratha kingdom, okay, Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj gave him one of the highest military honor called Sena Sahib Subha. Okay, so this part is correct. The reason why he was given Sena Sahib Subha was because of his conquering abilities, okay, military conquests. So he basically conquered Bengal, part of Bengal in a sense. He brought Odisha, which was part of Bengal under Nawab of Bengal. He brought Odisha to Maratha Empire, okay, and many other parts of which were under Nawab of Bengal. He brought that to Maratha Empire, okay. That is why he was given the title of Sena Sahib Subha. Now, he did not defeat the British in Second Anglo-Maratha Wars. In fact, Second Anglo-Maratha Wars ended in a stalemate of sorts. And in the Third Anglo-Maratha Wars, Marathas were third or fourth. They were completely defeated. Okay, so this part is false. Okay, he never defeated the British in Second Anglo-Maratha Wars. So the answer to this question is 1 and 3, C. And last, consider the following statements regarding the history of diamond industry in India. Until the 1600s, India was by far the most important, if not the only source of diamonds for the Mediterranean and European worlds. India lost its dominance after the discovery of diamonds in Brazil in 18th century. Diamond mines of Rajasthan were famous for producing large diamonds like Kohinoor and pale pink Daryai Noor. Okay, so the thing is that until 1600s, many believed that India is the only source of diamonds, at least people in Mediterranean and European worlds. In fact, the famous traveler Marco Polo, 13th century famous traveler, world traveler, he wrote that diamonds are only found in India. Okay, so until 1600s, India basically was pretty dominant, majority player as far as diamonds are concerned. Okay, so this is correct. But India lost its diamond dominance after the discovery of diamonds in Brazil in 18th century. Now, Diamonds are found in Africa, South America, even Russia also. So India is now way behind. But until 1600s, India was quite ahead. Now, the famous diamond mines, ancient diamond mines, which gave India its prestige for making diamonds, were Golconda mines in current Telangana and Kolur mines in current Andhra Pradesh. In fact, it is said that Kohinoor was first mined in maybe Kolur or Golconda, and the famous pink Daryai Noor was also from Golconda, not Rajasthan. Telangana and Andhra Pradesh were famous for big diamonds. Okay, so this is false. 1 and 2 only. The answer is A. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'm sure it has added value to your preparation. But like I say this every time at the end of the lecture, it will add more value if you are serious about it and if you revise this lecture. Okay. Now, revision would take another 5 to 10 minutes. But what I mean by revision is that you need to spend another 5 to 10 minutes taking a mere look at written detailed solutions to each and every MCQ discussed above. Now, these solutions can be found in our notes, and these notes are shared on our Telegram channel. The link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section just below this video. Okay, you just have to click on that link. On that note, I'd be signing off with the promise of seeing you again with another set of MCQs. Thank you so much, everyone.